Hi, everyone. This is Anna, one of your consumer technology specialists at Mid-Continent Public Library. Today, we are going to look at one of our online resources called Udemy Business. To access this resource on a computer, we're going to start on the library's homepage, which is mymcpl.org. So from the homepage here, there are a few ways that we can access Udemy Business. One way is to just type the name of the resource into our red search bar. We are going to instead click on Research and Learning from our main menu right above that red search bar. And it is in between the books, movies, and music and the events tab. So we'll click on Research and Learning. And on our Research and Learning page, we again could type the name of the resource into the search bar. This time we would use the blue search bar that's underneath the red one, and that searches just within the databases and resources that the library has. We could also click on the A to Z list and find it that way, or we could browse subjects and find it through the lists that way. But today we are going to go ahead and select online learning. I find this to be the easiest path to take. And on our online learning page, we should see a content card for Udemy Business on the right side of our screen. And clicking the logo will take you directly to the resource, but we are going to click on More Info at the bottom of that content card. And that's going to bring us to a dedicated page on the library's website about Udemy Business. This can be really helpful if you are unsure if this is the right resource or what you're looking for. It does give you a bit of a description as well as highlighting some categories of courses that are included. And if you scroll down a little bit more, we can see that there are instructions for how to get set up with the Udemy Business app and use it through the library subscription. We are going to scroll down just a little bit farther to where it says Go to Udemy Business, and we'll click on that. So now we may be prompted to enter our library card number. This is so that the site can verify that we have permission through the library to access the site. Since this resource is made free through the library's subscription, it's important that you access it through the Mid-Continent website on the library's page. Otherwise, you'll be prompted to pay for the service. So I'm just going to put in my card number here and click Submit. And now here we are on the Udemy Business login page. So we're gonna click in the reddish orange box that says sign in / create a Udemy account. It's kind of towards the middle bottom of the page on the right side under the heading, how do I get started? So when we click on that, it takes us to a login page. And here, if we have our account set up, we can either log in with our email and password that we created, or we can sign in with either a Google or Microsoft account that we already had previously and signed up with. If we don't have our account yet, we can click at the bottom where it says sign up, and then you'll go through the sign up process and we'll be able to use those Google or Microsoft accounts if you want to. If not, you can sign up just using your email and a dedicated password that you create. The reason why you have to set up a separate account with Udemy is so that you can save courses that you find that look interesting, or if you're working on a course, they are fairly involved, so you may not get through an entire course in one sitting. It would save your progress, and that's why you need the separate account. We are going to go ahead and sign in with Google. Okay, so we see that when we sign in with Google, we just put in our credentials for our Google account. Okay. And one thing I do want to note, it didn't happen this time, but it is fairly common that after you sign in, you will be redirected back to the sign in page. Just go ahead and click that sign in, create an account button again. And usually you don't have to put your information in twice. It will load up to the homepage at that point. So I just wanted to make you aware of that because it does happen fairly often. I'm actually surprised it didn't happen this time. It's just a little quirk. So what we are looking at now is the homepage for Udemy Business. You know, we had to put our name in, so it says Let's Start Learning. And underneath where it says Let's Start Learning, it has some courses there. These are courses that have already been started. So we can jump right back into courses we've been working on from this spot on this page. It's not the only place to find those courses, but it's a good place if you are continually working on the same courses because it will show probably your most recently worked on ones in this little section. It also gives you some suggestions. If we scroll down, there's a lot of curated content on our homepage. This What to Learn Next section, that is a content stream that stays on this homepage, even though the videos might change, the featured videos. And then technology courses that are curated. Again, the subject probably will be on the homepage because it's such a big part of the courses offered, but the videos again may change. This next one, because you viewed Microsoft Excel, beginner to expert in 6 hours, this is where it's giving us a more personalized recommendations based on what we've already looked at or searched for. And it looks like the next section is the same type of thing. And so all of these content streams are going to change depending on what the popular courses are at the moment. And then the more you use it, it will also recommend things based on the courses that you've already done. So there's a lot of content on this homepage to just browse through. So if you're just getting started and want to see what it has to offer, this is a good place to start. We are going to go all the way back up to the top of this page because the next thing that we want to look at is in the top menu here, categories. This is another way to browse content from the website. So if we see the categories listed in this list are the same ones that were on the library information page, these, when you hover over them or click on the category, it will break the category down further for you. So, if you're looking at data science, you may be focused on analytics. So it breaks it down for you just a little bit more. And then when you hover over that subcategory, there's even more categories underneath there. So it's pretty detailed. So because it is Udemy Business, the courses are going to be teaching skills that can be used in business. So lots of computer stuff, lots of technology, but they also have sections about leadership and management, marketing, productivity, Word, Excel, basic office software instruction courses. And then there is even a personal development section, which I think is really great because all of the items listed here can either be used for like self-care, learning how to manage stress a little bit more, or wanting to grow in a certain area or skill, and just kind of to get a little bit more of a work-life balance in some ways. So you may be surprised by what different skills there actually are. Underneath the search bar, is another area where the categories are shown. And you see the categories underneath the search are some of the categories that are in this drop-down list. And then when you click on one, it's going to give you some of the subcategories. So you can look for the same content a few different ways. It really is just whatever your personal preference is. And then there is the search bar. So you can search for specific or broad terms. So I'm going to search for word. That's a pretty broad term, but it's still more focused than like computers. So when we get our search results, we can filter those results even further, and we can choose how we want them sorted. So from the filter options, I can choose that, yes, I really wanted Microsoft Word courses. And then if I go down, I can also select which level and see courses that are created for beginners through expert levels or all levels. And then one of the really great things about this database in particular is that they have courses in other languages, not just English, which I find to be a great access point for people who maybe English isn't their first language or who would prefer to view courses in another language. They do have that option. So there are more languages than what's listed here. These are just the ones that have Microsoft Word courses available. So, and then you can see the number next to each language tells you how many courses there are. You can also choose if you want only courses that have subtitles. You can choose video duration, so based on how long the course is. So it looks like 6 to 17 hours is the norm for Microsoft Word, which is why you probably aren't going to be viewing the entire course in one day or in one sitting. So having the account so you can come back to it and pick up right where you left off is great. And then there are even subtitles in other languages. And then when you're looking at the main area of the search results, you have a little thumbnail or photo to help illustrate visually what the course is about. Title there and a short little blurb about what is going to be in the course. It also tells you right away how long the course is and how many pieces it's broken up into. So this first one says it's a 7-hour course. It's broken up into 105 lectures. And so that means there are 105 video selections. So you'll be able to watch short videos with this one and really break things down into short chunks. So especially if you're kind of trying to do this on the side and only have a few minutes at a time to work on it, you can just go ahead and click on those and you'll be able to see just a snippet at a time and then come back to it later. Hovering over the title also gives you some more information about what's in the course. You've got the author of the course and then a rating system. So not only are these courses on here, they do allow for users to rate the courses. So you can see the average rating and then how many people have rated it. So obviously a rating with 18,000 people is probably a lot stronger of a rating than if there's only 5. Not to say that that course isn't good, but maybe it's just a newer course or something, but you can tell that a lot of people have done this first course. And then back up in the top menu, if you hover where it says My Learning, it again will show you the courses that you have started. I can either then click on Go to My Learning or I can click on My Learning in that search bar. And then I just get another view of my courses. So there's a tab for all courses. If I finished and archived courses, they'd go in the Archive tab. And then there are also learning tools that can be set up. So especially if you're using the app, you can set up calendar events to remind you to work on your courses, or you can get push notifications if you're using it on a mobile device. Right next to that is a circle with the user's initials. So MP is for our lovely tech person, Matilda. And again, I can get to my learning from the drop down under those initials. I can also go to account settings from here. And this is where I can edit the information that I am using for this account. I can also favorite topics. So this might be something when you first get started, if you just check mark the topics that you are interested in, then the site will continually try to recommend those types of topics over maybe some of the other ones that you're not really interested in. So that's just something to note. And then you would want to make sure you scroll down all the way and click the save button. You can also change the language of the website. So there's a few languages you can change it to just for your reference. And especially since we have those courses in other languages, it is nice that they also give you the option to put the entire website in someone's preferred language. And then there is also a help section. So if we click on that, it'll take us to Udemy Business's help website. And then here we can select that we're a user. And if we know what we're trying to find out, we can put it in the search box, or we can go through these suggestions, frequently asked questions, topics, and there are help articles. If you are needing help with getting started or having an issue with one of the courses you're trying to view, there are articles to help you get there. The help page also you can change into a few different languages. So that's really all that we have on this Udemy resource. So when you're done, you can always log out, especially if you're using a public device like the library's public computers. Always want to make sure to log out when you're done. And then next time you log in, your courses will be saved. Thank you for sticking with me and taking a little tour of our online resource, Udemy Business. That's it for today's video. If you liked it, make sure you let us know. And don't forget to follow us on Facebook on our MCPL 360 page. We have new videos every Wednesday and Friday at 1 p.m. And if you missed the live event, you can always find all of our videos on our YouTube channel. You can find all of our videos there on our Consumer Technology playlist. Thanks again for watching, and we will see you again next time.